All right, so get ready, because today we are going deep into K-pop.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, specifically the journey of Kim Seok-jin, known as Jin, from BTS.
Of course.
You guys send in a ton of material on him.
It's fascinating.
And yeah, I mean, to go from like an acting student to a global superstar.
Right.
With zero musical background to start.
Pretty rare.
Yeah.
It really is a pretty unique path, you know? It's not every day you see someone with no experience in music just suddenly...
Just plucked from obscurity.
Exactly. Launched into, like, one of the most demanding industries out there.
Yeah, like, just imagine, Jin's just a normal college student.
Okay.
Studying acting, maybe dreaming of K-dramas, who knows?
Sure.
And then, bam, he's street casted, just walking down the street.
Oh.
Just based purely on his looks.
That's wild.
Can you imagine?
I mean, it happens a lot in K-pop, like street casting, but usually they've got some skills, you know?
Like singing or dancing, at least.
Exactly. But for Jin to be chosen with zero background, that is so rare. They must have seen some serious potential.
I mean, what did they see?
Right.
So he gets invited to audition at Big Hit.
Wow.
Talk about a life-changing moment.
For sure.
Would you just drop everything and leap into this whole new world?
I don't know. That's scary.
I know, right?
It does show a certain fearlessness, though, right? Like, he had to learn everything from scratch.
Singing, dancing.
The whole 9 yards.
And we're talking K-pop trainee system here.
Oh, yeah, this is not casual stuff.
It's boot camp for pop stars.
Intense?
From what I've read, trainee life sounds seriously intense.
Oh, it is.
Like the daily drills, the constant practice to improve.
Yeah.
Is it really as hardcore as everyone says?
Absolutely. I mean, the global success of K-pop, it's built on this foundation of, like, rigorous training.
So they are really trying to create these, like, incredibly polished, multi-talented...
Captivating performers, yeah.
Wow.
It takes a certain kind of dedication to survive that.
And to thrive.
Exactly.
To think, Jin just dove headfirst into all that.
I know, no experience.
It really puts his success into perspective.
For sure, this was not overnight. This was years.
Of work.
And dedication, exactly.
It's pretty incredible.
It really shows his work ethic, his perseverance, but it also highlights something important about the K-pop industry.
What's that?
They really emphasize constant improvement.
Okay.
You're always expected to evolve, push your boundaries, and it seems like that really stayed with Jin.
Through his whole career.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that career. June 13th, 2013, BTS debuts.
A big day.
It seems like the world just fell in love with him instantly.
I mean, they exploded.
Yeah, was it really that instant?
Well, it's interesting to look back at K-pop at that time because, yeah, BTS's rise, it looks meteoric now.
Right.
But it was actually more gradual. They spent a few years building their fan base, getting better, you know, really honing their performance.
So even with that big debut,
they were still working.
They were still pushing themselves. Wow. And through all of this, Jin's developing as a vocalist too, right?
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't the main vocalist at first, but he got so much better over time.
That's amazing.
And it's really noticeable in his solo work.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that.
It just shows this commitment to growth.
Yeah.
Like, talent is one thing, but you got to put in the work.
I like that.
And he did.
So speaking of solo work, Jin's released tracks like Awake, Epiphany, and Moon.
Ooh, good ones.
And each one has, like, its own sound and lyrical depth.
Definitely not just catchy pop songs. There's meaning there.
There's a lot to unpack.
Definitely.
Epiphany especially is powerful, I think.
It is.
It tackles self-love and acceptance head on.
Yeah, it really resonates with people.
It does.
Worldwide.
Yeah, the lyrics are really something else.
Like, I'm the one I should love in this world.
It gives me chills.
Powerful stuff, especially coming from someone like Jin.
With all the fame and everything.
Exactly. It's a reminder that self-love is, like, fundamental.
Right.
No matter what you achieve externally.
And that authenticity, that vulnerability.
It's a big part of what makes Jin so compelling.
So then, on top of all that, he's appointed a special presidential envoy in 2021.
Yeah, how often do you see that?
I know, a pop star entering the world of diplomacy.
It was definitely a moment.
What did you think about that whole thing?
Well, it definitely got people's attention.
Yeah.
I think it really shows the growing influence of K-pop globally.
Like, it's not just entertainment.
It's soft power.
Right. It's about culture, diplomacy.
Promoting positive values, yeah.
I mean, to go from street-casted acting student to representing your country.
That's quite a journey.
Unexpected, for sure.
Really remarkable. But you know what else signifies this incredible journey?
What's that?
The release of The Astronaut in 2022.
Ah, The Astronaut.
Perfect title,
It is.
given everything we just talked about.
Like he launched himself into something extraordinary.
Exactly. And it's a fitting culmination.
It really is.
But there's so much more to uncover about this moment in his career.
Well, I can't wait to dive deeper into The Astronaut and everything that came after it.
Let's do it. So before we got sidetracked, we were about to unpack The Astronaut, his solo debut.
Right.
What stands out to you about this song?
Well, I mean, the title itself is perfect
Yeah,
for his whole journey.
it really is.
But what makes it really special is that he collaborated with Coldplay.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge detail.
Yeah.
Having Coldplay co-write and produce it
Yeah,
adds a whole other layer to the whole space theme.
it does.
Definitely.
And it explains why it has that anthemic feel.
For sure.
It's epic.
Yeah, and the music video is stunning.
Oh, yeah.
Visually, it's so rich.
So much symbolism.
Connecting back to those lyrics,
Yeah,
the reception to The Astronaut was incredible.
there was.
Topped charts globally.
Wow.
And the music video got so much praise for the art direction.
It was beautifully done.
But for me, the lyrics are the heart of the song.
Oh, totally.
They feel so personal.
Yeah, like he's sharing a vulnerable part of himself.
Exactly.
There's one line that really got me.
Okay.
When I'm with you, there is no one else.
Simple, but so powerful.
Yeah, it's about human connection.
It is.
Like finding strength in the people we love.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier with Jin's authenticity.
It does.
He's not afraid to show those emotions.
Yeah.
To be real.
And that resonates with people.
It does.
It's inspiring.
It is.
It reminds us that even with fame and pressure,
Yeah.
those human connections are what really matter.
It's not just romantic love.
Right.
It could be about his bond with his bandmates.
His family.
Even the fans.
Oh, the fans.
Their support has been huge for BTS.
Oh, yeah. Instrumental in their success.
But dedicated.
Incredibly.
That bond is something special.
It really is.
It shows how authentic they are.
Right. Connecting with people on a deeper level.
Yeah, totally.
So let's shift gears back to Jin's ambassador role for a bit.
Okay.
I think we should explore that further.
Yeah, it's not something you see every day. What are your thoughts on it? Well, it was definitely a surprise.
It was.
I mean, here's this pop star suddenly stepping onto the world stage as a diplomat.
It's unexpected.
Yeah, representing South Korea in a whole new way.
It goes to show you the influence of K-pop.
Yeah.
It's transcending borders now.
It's not just music anymore.
It's cultural exchange,
Diplomacy.
promoting positive values globally.
And to be chosen for that kind of role.
It says a lot about Jin's character.
It does.
The trust people have in him.
He's using his platform to make a difference.
It's pretty commendable.
It is.
It highlights the idea that success can be multifaceted.
Right. It's not just hits or sold-out shows.
It's about using your influence for good.
Inspiring positive change.
Exactly.
That's what makes Jin so compelling.
It does.
He's not just a talented musician.
Right.
He cares about making the world better.
He's a role model.
He is.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah. He's showing that you can combine artistry and personal growth.
With a commitment to something bigger. But let's get back to The Astronaut for a
Yes.
second, because there's something we haven't touched on yet.
What's that?
The message of resilience.
Oh, yeah. And hope.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of it all.
The Coldplay collab, the visuals, yeah.
But the message is powerful.
Incredibly.
It's about venturing into the unknown.
Yeah.
Facing challenges head on.
And finding that strength within yourself.
Yeah, it's like an anthem for anyone who's ever felt lost,
Absolutely.
uncertain about their path.
You nailed it.
Those lyrics speak to like a universal human experience.
Yeah, navigating life's ups and downs.
And coming from someone who's achieved so much.
It makes it hit harder.
It does.
It reminds us that everyone faces challenges.
Doesn't matter how famous you are,
Exactly. And it's by overcoming them that we grow.
that we evolve,
It's a reminder that the journey itself is important.
not just the destination.
And speaking of journeys, Jin's has been full of twists and turns.
Who could have predicted all of this?
I know, right?
I mean, from street-casted acting student to global K-pop icon
To a Coldplay collab.
to representing his country on the world stage.
It's a lot.
It really is.
It shows the power of hard work, dedication.
There may be a little bit of serendipity.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's a good word for it.
It highlights the importance of being open to new experiences,
Yeah.
embracing the unexpected.
Exactly. Sometimes the greatest opportunities come from where we least expect them.
Jin's story is proof.
It is.
It's a reminder to stay curious.
To keep exploring.
Never be afraid to step outside your comfort zone.
Well said.
But let's not forget the self-love in all of this.
Oh, that's important.
It weaves its way through his music, his whole persona.
Definitely. It's a crucial part of his story.
We'll come back to that in a bit.
Okay.
But first, we need to acknowledge the role of his bandmates.
Oh, of course.
Their journey together as BTS.
We can't talk about Jin without BTS.
Yeah, the synergy, the support.
They've achieved so much as a group.
That bond is a driving force.
For sure.
Their teamwork and camaraderie are undeniable.
You see it.
And the fans connect with that.
Yeah, it's not just about individual talent.
It's about collaboration.
Shared goals.
It's a reminder that we don't have to achieve everything alone.
Exactly. A strong support system can make all the difference.
For Jin, his bandmates are more than colleagues.
They're family.
Yeah, they've been through so much.
And that's created an unbreakable bond.
You can see it in their music,
their performances,
their interactions with the fans.
It makes BTS special.
But let's bring it back to Jin for a moment.
Okay.
We were talking about self-love.
Right.
I think we need to dig a little deeper.
I agree. It's a theme that runs through a lot of his work.
Especially in Epiphany.
Yes.
That line.
I'm the one I should love in this world.
Powerful.
Such a statement.
Self-love isn't selfish.
It's essential.
It's the foundation for everything.
Our relationships, our careers.
Our well-being.
And Jin seems to embody it so effortlessly.
He does.
Confident.
Comfortable with himself.
Doesn't take himself too seriously.
I love that about him.
It's refreshing.
Self-love isn't about being perfect.
No.
It's about accepting yourself.
Flaws and all.
Treating yourself with kindness.
Exactly.
Recognizing your own worth.
Embracing your individuality.
It's a message that resonates with everyone.
Yeah, all ages, all backgrounds.
Especially important today.
It is.
With all the messages about how we should look, how we should act.
Right. It's overwhelming.
Jin's story reminds us to just be ourselves.
Embrace those quirks.
Love ourselves for who we truly are.
Such a powerful message.
I think we can all learn from that.
Absolutely.
But before we wrap up our deep dive into Jin's world,
okay,
I think it's important to touch on his resilience.
Yeah, his ability to overcome challenges.
He's faced a lot of obstacles.
He has.
But he always bounces back stronger.
Always.
Remember when we talked about the K-pop trainee system?
That was intense.
It would have made a lot of people give up.
Oh, yeah.
But Jin persevered.
And thrived.
He pushed himself to get better.
Never lost sight of his goals.
It shows his strong work ethic.
His determination.
But it also speaks to something deeper.
What's that?
His inner strength.
How?
His ability to find meaning and purpose.
In the face of adversity?
Yeah.
You're right. He seems to turn challenges into opportunities.
For growth and learning.
He does.
It's inspiring.
Fair.
It reminds us that we all have that power.
The power to overcome obstacles.
To achieve our dreams.
No matter how difficult the path.
Well said.
I think that's a good place to pause.
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
But there's still more to unpack about Jin's story.
And its impact on the world.
Right. We've gone from acting student to K-pop star.
To the astronaut.
To cultural ambassador.
You talked about self-love.
Resilience.
Embracing the unexpected. But there's one more key element we haven't fully explored yet.
Okay. What's that?
His sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
His ability to bring joy to others.
That's crucial.
So let's dive into that next.
Okay, so we've talked about Jin's dedication, his talent, his global impact. But there's this other side to him that I think is just as important. His humor.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't talk about Jin without talking about his playful personality.
It comes through in everything he does.
It really does. It's like, even with all the pressure, the training, the performances, even the diplomacy stuff, he never loses that sense of fun.
It's not just about the jokes.
Yeah.
Though he is good at those.
He is.
It's more like a lighthearted approach to life.
Yeah.
Finding the humor in tough situations.
You can't help but smile when you see him laughing.
It's infectious.
Making silly faces. It's great.
It's a big part of why fans love him.
I think so too.
He seems so relatable.
Yeah.
Like someone you'd want to be friends with.
It humanizes him.
It does.
Reminds us that even global superstars are just people.
With their own quirks.
Yeah, their own sense of humor.
Exactly. And it's not just entertaining either.
Right. I think there's something really powerful about Jin's ability to bring joy to others.
Especially when the world can feel so heavy sometimes.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
It really is.
He's telling us it's okay to let loose, to be silly.
To not take ourselves too seriously.
Exactly. And that can be so empowering.
He can.
When we laugh, we can handle stress better.
We build resilience.
Our connections with others get stronger.
It's like he's giving us permission to embrace our own goofiness.
And that's a great message.
It is.
Think about the impact of his humor on his bandmates, the fans, even people he meets doing diplomacy.
He's creating these moments of lightness,
of connection,
breaking down barriers,
reminding us that we're all human.
It's a subtle form of diplomacy.
It is.
And it shows that sometimes the most impactful changes come from small things.
Acts of kindness.
Humor, genuine connection.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's a perfect note to end our deep dive on.
I agree.
We've explored so much about Jin's journey.
The unexpected start, the hard work.
The global impact, the messages of self-love.
And, of course, that amazing sense of humor.
It's a story that makes us rethink what it means to be successful.
To be ourselves.
To never underestimate the power of laughter. So to you, our listener, we leave you with this. What makes you laugh?
What brings you joy?
Hold on to those things.
Nurture them.
Let them guide you on your own journey.
And remember, you have the potential to make the world a brighter place.
Just like Jin.
By being yourself.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time.
Keep exploring.
Keep learning.
And keep laughing.